Hey there, Geometry. It's Mr. Lamb again, coming to you with the second page of our Unit 2 test review. This is page 2. This will be questions 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So let's take a look at number 8. Number 8 is basically just talking about CPCTC. So this is the corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So if you are ever given a statement, whether it is in a proof or whether it is given to you in a problem, that two triangles are congruent, understand that all of the corresponding parts, so where they are in position matters. So when I take a look at angles, I'm just going to do my angles first. In the first triangle, angle Z falls in the first location. For the second triangle, TUV, T falls in the first location. So angle Z is congruent to angle T. And the second location is X, and the second location in the other one is U. So angle X is congruent to angle U. And then in the third position is Y, and the third position is V, so angle Y is congruent to angle V. Now for sides. My sides are going to be dictated on pairs. So my first pairing in the left triangle, I'm going to do the first two. ZX. That is a side, ZX. It is going to be congruent to the first two in the second triangle, TU. That's the first pairing. The next pairing, I'll do the second and third ones in both. So the second letter is X and then Y. So X, then Y is congruent to the second and third and the other, U and V. In the last segment, it's actually position 1 and position 3. So ZY is a segment. Remember, these are all sides of a triangle. And then TU. Oh, I'm sorry, not TU. We're doing position 1 and position 3. That's T and V. So TV. Now, some of you are going to want to draw pictures, and I think that's a great idea. You could just draw them so they look the same. So here's just a triangle. Now, you don't have the ability to clone on your paper, but you can draw one so it looks exactly the same. And I'm going to label them. I'll start with Z, and I'm going to go left, up, down. So Z, X, Y. And then the other one, I'm going to go left, up, down again. T, U, V. And if I do that, I can take a look at this and see that Z is the same as T. And X is the same as U. And Y is the same as V. And sides, ZX is the same as TU. And XY is the same as UV. And ZY is the same as TV. Now, what kind of a picture do you draw? It doesn't matter. As long as they're exactly the same, just make sure you label them all in corresponding nature. That's why we say it's corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. So this one, I want you to think about CPCTC. And corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. That is the big, massive topic right there in question number 8. There are 6 of them. And on the test, yes, that'll be on there. And yes, it's worth 6 points because CPCTC is so very, very important. All right, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. On these, you need to pick which one of the 4 ways that we prove triangles congruent, ASA, SAS, AAS, or SSS. Which one of those can be used? Remember, there is no ASS, there is no SSA. So those two, do not try to use those two. They do not work. And if there's not enough information, that's all I'll say. I'll say not enough. All right, so let's jump right in. Let's look at number 9. I see that I have one side congruent to one side. I have one angle congruent to one angle. And I have a side shared in the middle. So I have 2 angles and a side. I'm sorry, I have 2 sides and an angle. So if that angle is in between the 2 sides, I have SAS. But if you look at where the angle is located, I have angle side, side. I do not have this angle in here. That's the angle I need for SAS. I need the angle to be sandwiched between the sides, but I don't. So in number 9, you actually have angle side, side, which is not one. So number 9 is not enough info. Number 9 is not enough info. Question number 10. I see that I have 3 angles congruent to 3 angles, which would be angle, angle, angle. But I have to have a side. If the only thing you have are angles, then you know that they have the same shape. You do not know if they are the same size. So in order to get size, I do need at least one side, and I don't. So again, not enough info. Number 11, they share a side. And I have a 90-degree angle. If I have one 90-degree angle, the other one is by rule 90 degrees as well. So I have the shared side. I have the 90-degree angle in the middle, and then I have another shared side. So I do have the angle in between my two sides. This one is side, angle, side. That one is side, angle, side. Number 12, you'll see that I do have two sides and an angle. Here in the left one, the angle is in between, so I have SAS. But on the right triangle, the congruent angle is in the wrong place. You'll notice it is no longer between. It is not sitting right there. If that angle were marked, I would have SAS. But I don't. So this one is not enough info. Number 13, I do see that I have that 90-degree thing again. So I have that angle in the middle. I have angle A and angle C, so I have two angles, and they share a side. The side that they share is not between the two angles, so it is not ASA. It is outside of the two angles, so it is AAS. Those two triangles are congruent by angle, angle, side. Number 14 are bow tie triangles, and bow tie triangles have vertical angles congruent. So I have two angles and a side, and the side is not between the two angles, so it is also AAS. So make sure that you are able to look at a picture and determine whether it's going to be one of those reasons. All right, and the last one, number 15. Number 15 says that triangle MOP is equilateral. You need to know that equilateral means that all of the sides are the same length. So that means MO, the distance from M to O, is equal to the distance from O to P, which is equal from the distance M to P. All three sides are exactly the same. So if they define MO, OP, and MP, pick any two that you want, because if they're all the same, if it's equilateral, find the two that are the same and set them equal. So you can set any pair that you want equal. I will choose MO, which is 2x plus 7, and I will set it equal to MP, which is x plus 17. Any two pairings that you choose, because it is equilateral. Don't forget what that word means. All three are the same. So you can pick any two. If it were to say that MOP is isosceles and MP is the base, then you would have to choose MO and OP. So be sure that you are very careful about which ones are actually, in fact, congruent. In this case, I can just do the algebra. I'll subtract 7 on both sides. Subtract x on both sides, and x is equal to 10. I do want to show you, I will choose two other ones. I'll use MO and OP. 2x plus 7 equals 4x minus 13. I'm going to add 13 to both sides. Add 13 to 7 gives me 20. Subtract 2x on both sides. Divide by 2. And you'll notice I still get x equal to 10. So x is going to equal 10 no matter which way I choose to do it. And obviously, if you were to check the other one, I'll let you do that on your own. But if you were to check that other one, you're going to get x equal to 10 because, again, it says that it is equilateral. That is the end of page 2. Tune into the next video if you would like to see page 3.